Different from the hollow space earlier, this memory was filled with numerous noisy ideas. A dangerous being from a dangerous world. What matters is my thinking, not his. Representative, dispose of this exhibit when you have time. It doesn't matter, it's only an exhibit.
这些思维的来源究竟
What are the source of these ideas?
不是思想，而是笔记。
They're not thoughts, but notes. 11 and 12 neighbors each other. Minutes fall on both shores of the clock. The sacred earth of dawn and dusk. The proud steel sail. The sound of tide nears. The transient life had gone away. When the stars sink into the depth of the ocean, the great bird will call her name.
这是
What's this?
从我来到弗洛斯，一直到发现方舟和格里
From
修
when I came to Phosphorus until I found the Ark and Grisil, whoever wrote the notes seemed to know very well
似乎
what
很
I
清楚
went
我在这里
through.
遭遇的一切。选用这种隐晦的方式来向我传达信息，
Sending messages in such a discreet way. Was it to avoid the risk of getting
这
found?
么说起来，还在地
Thinking
球上的
back,
时候，
when I was still on
那
Earth,
个神秘的
the
存在就没有直
mysterious
接露面，
being never showed
而是
themselves.
通过引导我
They
的
led
思
me
维，
here by
使
guiding
我
my
到达了这里。
mind.
而且，这当中
And
的用
judging
词
from the word choices,
似乎没有什么新发现了。
there seemed to be nothing new.
我究竟要怎样回到现实
Grisil,
呢？
how am I supposed to return to reality?
你需要我的帮助吗？
Do you need my help?
我们好像很有缘分呐。
Fate seemed to bind us together.
这个声音是小 V。
It's a V.
答对
Bingo.
了。弗洛斯
The
的原
original
初代理
representative
人，
of
世界轮
Phosphorus,
回的建
the
筑者，
witness of the cycles of the
博物馆的
world,
布展人。
the organizer of the museum.
头衔未免
That's
太
too
多
many
了。
titles.
既然已经
Since we're
面对面
here
地站在
talking
一
face to
起，
face,
你不如叫我
just call me
维塔就好。
Vita.
我恰好见过
I
小
saw
红
the
拍下的
photo
照片。
taken by Sign, but considering what you said and did as
鉴于你作
V,
为小 V
I
时的联系，
probably cannot simply trust
我
you
恐怕不能
because
把
you're
你
their
简单
bigger
当做他们的
sister.
姐姐加以信任。
Makes sense,
这样说
but
也
it is
没错
exactly
啦。
because our
合情合
previous
理。
exchanges didn't go
不过
perfectly well
也正
that
因
we
为我们
got
之
to
前
face
有
each
过
other
几次
in
不算顺利
person.
的沟通，如今才能像这样坦诚相见呢。
After
毕
all,
竟，
if you
如果
did
你真
heed
的
my
听到
key
了我之前的
instruction
关
and
键
cut
提
up the
示，
power
选择
to the
断开圣物的
artifact,
能量供给，
Moriarty wouldn't
莫
have
里
been
亚
a
蒂不但
threat,
会失去
and
威
your
胁，
projection would
但
have
你的口
vanished
影
first
恐怕
from
会先一步从
Phosphorus.
弗洛斯消失。
The artifact,
圣物
not the museum.
不是博物馆吗？
I see. You thought
我大概
Moriarty was a
明白了。
projected exhibit in the
你以为
museum,
莫里
and
亚蒂
cutting
是
off
博
the
物馆的
museum's
投影
power
展
like
体，
Red did
所以
would
只要像当
disable
年的小艺兴那样切断博
Moriarty.
物馆的能量供给，莫里亚蒂也就会失去能量。
It
在
was
莫
the
里亚
correct
蒂成
call
功驱动
until
元素之
Moriarty
前，
activated
这
the
个判断的
Paradise
确成立。
Wardens.
但
But in Phosphorus' way,
用弗洛斯的方式来
access to
说，
Paradise
操
Wardens
控
is
乐
more
园所有的
closely
权
connected
限
to the
和圣物有着
artifact
更为密
than
切
the
的关
access
系。
to the
博物
museum.
馆的权限可无法与之相比。你是从小和
You
光
got to
那里猜
know
到了
about
博
the
物馆是
museum
吧？
from Sign, right?
很遗憾，
Sorry, they
他们
didn't know
确
the
实不够了
artifact
解
well
生物，
enough and
也
thus
因此给你提供了
misinformed
错误
you.
的情报。
Why
之前
didn't
你
you
为什么不
tell
告诉
me
我这些？
before?
谁让我是个自私自
I'm
利的外女人
selfish
呢？
like that.
嗯，
You need
你非要
me
我说
to
得
be
很具体吗？
specific?
我这个人呀，每
For
时
someone
每
like
刻
me
都
who
想着
only
要把
cares
自己
about
的
their
利
own
益最大
interests,
化，
I'll choose the
所以碰到
people
像
like
你
you
和
and
希尔这样的
Sila
大好
can
人，
actually be
反而
hard to
完全
deal
没辙
with.
吗？
You know Sila.
你认识希尔？是啊，
Yeah, but that's another
只不过
story in the Sea of
那是一个
Pronta,
属于量子
totally
之海的漫
irrelevant to
长
the
故
crisis
事，
at hand.
和我们眼前的危机确实毫无关系。
What are the projections in this world like you and Priority? What is the history of phosphorus and husprus like? Grecius art, the fabled creator of the world. How are they connected? These concern the crisis we're faced with, and I can give you the answers. After all, you can say this place is my hometown. So, where should we start? What's the truth about the history? You mean the connection between phosphorus and husprus? Moriarty said there was an apocalyptic flood in Husprus. Is that true? Just as you said. The world became filthy, so the Creator imposed divine sanction to cleanse everything with the flood, sparing only the creatures in the ark. I'm not discussing ancient texts here, but it did happen 8 times. The current phosphorus is the 9th one. Surprised? In simple terms, our homeland is just like a comet. Without the Creator, this is no more than a dirty snowball on the edge of the solar system. The snowball melts and causes a flood. Simple as that. But it doesn't snow in phosphorus. Yeah, because all the water is usually kept underground. The conduit linking the Sea of Quanta, the true form of the Creator, they're all down there. When the apocalypse happens, everything erupts like lava. Wait, so the Vita's memories. Yeah, also the work of the Creator. Who is the Creator? It's me. Just joking. After all, I'm a replica of her. And the Vitas you saw are my replicates. We once lived together happily, until one day, I disobeyed the Creator's order and ended up being sealed here. It sounds clumsy even for a freshly invented story. And even if you did seize my body, you'd only confuse the little Vitas. Oh, it's not what you think. What I tried to take from you was not the projection itself, but the channel or the pathway. Which means if it worked, I'd return to phosphorus in my own form, instead of replacing you. Of course, if it did happen, you would probably have ended up back on Earth and missed the opportunity to see Greasel. And you just planned on walking back to phosphorus. Won't the Creator be irritated? You can say she has stretched too thin, maybe. Without her ability as a representative, there's no way she can find me. What about the artifact? A magical item the Creator gave phosphorus. The talkative representative suddenly fell silent. Oh, I'm just pondering on the words. Simply put, it's just a controller for Paradise Wardens. Even the previous disused artifact can do the same. This is probably the source of Moriarty's power. But unlike the disused ones, the one in the newest phosphorus center, the only complete and intact one, has the power to summon the Creator. I wouldn't dwell on this topic. We're too close to phosphorus. Though she has stretched thin, if we talk about her all the time or keep doing things she doesn't approve of, we might still be found. Right now, that's all you need to know. Off the topic, do you know why Sun stumbles from time to time? Because of all the betas, he's the one that bears the least resemblance to the Creator. Where are we now? You mean this space? I once gave it a name, the Path of Fairy. But in an unromantic way, it's just a narrow trail cleared out on purpose in the Sea of Quanta. So, just like how Moriarty chose Leichenbach in the first place.
来辛巴 哪个乐队的名字
？Leichenbach, the name
你
of
如
a
果不知道
band?
莱辛巴赫瀑布，那又是怎么把莫
If you
里亚
don't know the
变成了
Leichenbach
博物馆里的展
waterfall,
品？
how did you
我在
turn
料子这还
Moriarty
捡
into
到
an
的他呀
exhibit in the museum?
那次我出差回
I
来，
picked him
正好
up
去
in the
做
Sea
伴
of
手礼。
Quanta.
还
I
有
just
什么
came
别的
back
比
from a
标本还
trip
珍
and
贵
needed a
呢？
souvenir.
更何况
What
那
could
女
be
士
more
半死不
suitable
活，
than a
是
living
否和银河
sample?
变齐了？
Besides,
还是
he
这
was
个乐
struggling
子
to live, and making a
放
projection became
心，
easy.
虽然
He
你之
also
前
looks
被
good,
困在
by
那
the
些密
way.
封间之中，
Relax, though you were trapped here
我
before,
要帮助自
but
己
you've
的
got
弟弟妹
me.
妹，你也要
I
帮助
mean
自
to
己
help my little
从东
siblings,
母
and
鸡
you
到
mean
目
to
的地
help
都还未
Gricio.
完
We
全一
share
致。
the same
真
motivation
的，
and
和我
destination.
并肩作战，保准你不会吃亏上当。
Really, fight by my side, and you won't regret it.
这个话题
What's the
啊，
deal with
你应
projections?
该知道，我们此刻身处于太阳系
About
的边缘吧？
that,
距离太阳
you
4500
know we're on the
平方
edge of the
单
solar system, right?
天文单位
4,500 astronomical units
啊
from the sun.
是指你们地球到太阳的距离吧。
Astronomical
换
units.
算一下，
Ah, the distance
4500
between your
乘以
Earth and the
1.38
sun.
差不多呢。
Hmm,
没关系，只是
something
物理单
like
位的区
that.
别而已。总
Just a
之，
difference in
因为这里距离
measurement.
太阳过于遥远，
Anyway, because it's
整
too
体生
far
态
away
环
from the
境
sun,
与其
the
说还属于
ecosystem
北斗世界，
here is more
不如
like the
说
Sea of
更接近
Quanta
量子
than the
站。
proper world.
而具体到
As
投
for the
影，
projections,
博物馆的投影大多取自量子之海，莫里亚
the
蒂
ones
是
in
来
the
自本真
museum
世界
came
的
from
复
the
制
Sea of
品。
Quanta,
至于
but
其他大力
Moriarty
人，
is a
他们是我的
replicate
复制
from
体，
the
而
proper
非投影。
world. And you,
富华
Fuhua,
则完全
are
来
a
源不明。
mystery.
看起来你不是很惊讶呢。不过这样也好，
Seems you're not very
证明我现在没有
surprised.
对你说谎。
Good thing
莫
though.
里亚蒂似乎一直在找你，
Prove that I'm not lying to you, maybe. Moriarty seems to be looking for
他
you.
在试图寻找
To
某
be
个即时存
exact,
在。
he's looking for
而又不会轻易在
someone
他
with a
面前
concrete
现身的人。
form but won't show up easily before him.
那个人是
Is
你
it you?
哦，是吗？那他倒是还挺敏锐的。
Is
如前
that
所说，
right?
我是那
He's
位博物
smarter
馆
than
的
he
布展人之
looks.
一。
As I
包括
said,
莫里亚蒂
I'm
在
one
内，
of the curators
所
of
有
the
能出这位
museum.
有趣的展
All
品都由我
exhibits,
亲自挑选布置。
including Moriarty,
或许这对他
were
来说
selected
的
by
确
me
是件痛苦的事
personally.
吧。
Maybe this is a painful thing for him. Vita added this flippantly, as if she was talking about a novel item with no particular value, instead of an evil genius who just turned phosphorus upside down. Somewhat, Fuhua recalled Moriarty's disdainful look back in the museum, and something she heard after plunging into the cascade. When we first met, you tried to rob my body, my projection. Was there a reason why you couldn't show up in phosphorus in your own form?
难道说，有什么原因让你自己无法直接出现在弗洛斯吗？的确是这样。
Yeah, and this has something to do with our
这
creator.
方面的原因就和我们的创始神直接相关了。我还有最后
I
一个
have
问
one
题，
last question.
我要如
How
何
can I
确
make
定
sure you
你
told
刚
me
才
the
说的这些
truth?
都是真话？
That's a good question. Of
怎么说呢？
course.
我当然完全没有办法
I
证
have
明
no
啦。
proof.
或许我是发自真心想要
Maybe
跟你合
I
作，
just want to work
又或
with
许
you.
我只是心
Or
血来潮
maybe
想
I'm
要
driven
告
by a
你，
whim to
借
tease
你身上
you.
的某样东西，
Or I
想挣你
simply
一笔金
covet
吗？
something from you.
无论是哪一种，
In
根
any
本无
case,
法
you
分
can't
辨，
tell,
也没有分
and
辨
there's no
意义。
point finding out.
说到
The
底，
bottom
你
line
比我
is you
更
need to
需要
get
我
out
来
of
证明。
here more than
所
me.
以说，我
I
也
need
要
your
借助你
help
的存
though
在，
to
才
get
能
back
把
to
人大伙儿
phosphorus.
一起回到久违的弗罗斯城。这和命运的
Isn't
馈
it
赠
just a
多么
wonderful
相似啊！
coincidence?
你不觉得十分有
Don't you
趣吗？
find it enticing? While speaking,
来，告诉
she
我吧，
reached out her
你会
hand.
怎样选择呢？
Come on, what do you say?
我可是刚刚
I
发
just
现了
found
一
a
个
rare
偷渡离开的
opportunity
好
to
机
get
会。
out. Miss it and
错
you
过的
waste a
话，
few more
说
days
不定就
here.
要在这里白白浪费好几天喽。来吧，
Come.
不错，当机立断。
Good. I
你的
like
性格倒
working
是
with
相当可
decisive
怕。
people.
如何？与我共享视野之后，
Now that
可
you
以
share
看
my
清楚了吗？
vision, can you see it clearly?
那是
That's An unusual loophole. Lucky you. Just while we're chatting, some unknown change in the path of fairy brought this obvious loophole right under our noses. Quick, start acting. We can only get out of here after taking care of this loophole. Sorry, I've learned the truth about the so-called loophole. Putting a mysterious veil on something already there to trick someone into trusting you. Is that what you're all about? A special case requires special treatment. The last time I saw you in the Forbidden Grounds, your projection was still in the real world, so finding the bridge to the real world was the only thing needed to get out of there. Back then, I had no choice but to lie to you so that you wouldn't ditch me. You seem to be proud of that. Of course, I made you believe, and that was an achievement. But you can also be proud of yourself. You walked into my trap and got out. That's rare. She is certainly shameless. But this time, was she showing her true face or just pulling a trick again? Anyway, this time, because you fell right onto the path of fairy, you need to rip it open and create a space yourself to get out. The crack's position and shape are decided randomly by the space itself, so the monsters in Sea of Quanta would appear. You're my right this time, and I have no need to trick you. Alright, deal with that. What's on your mind? I thought we'd fight the enemy together. That won't do. I'm quite frail and can't do it. Remember, I'm still sealed by the Creator. If I get hurt and can't bring you back to your world, that would be a huge loss for you. Never mind. What a display! You know, I met another skilled fighter like you just the other day. Alright, can you go faster? Phosphorus is waiting for us. If you're not contributing, you should keep quiet. But it's not like I have anything better to do. Home we go. We did come back. Alright, Vita. I need to confirm Gricio's situation, and you obviously care more about the little Vitas. Time for us to part ways. No way, I just helped you. How can you be so cold? Vita's voice sounded near her, but Fuhua didn't see her around. Vita, where are you? In your pocket. Fuhua filled her pocket. Nothing but a gift from Orange. That's right. Looking at the talking candy, Fuhua didn't know what to feel. Orange gave you this, right? She's a gentle kid. But why did you have to assume this form? Don't you think it's way cuter than the broken camera? Your body can't maintain its normal shape. I'm only a projection after all, and I came here hitchhiking. I can't use any of the representative permissions, nor do I dare. I told you, I'm just a pure and frail girl. Don't ditch me for being
就把
weak.
热心带你回来的我给扔下哦。
Alright, but you have to listen to me.
那你可要好好听我指挥。
A while later. Great, now that we've nothing to worry about, it's time to give Moriarty a bit of pressure. If I were him, I'd be studying the Ark in the Forbidden Grounds. After all, it's the origin of phosphorus and the key to all the questions he's curious about. Right, speaking of the Ark, it came from your Earth. In a way, we're all your students. Nothing. I just found you too modest.
只是觉得你未免过于谦虚了。
I've always been modest. I'll take that as a compliment.
没错，走这边就行。
That's right. This way, please. Strange. A neutral imaginary construct.
为什么会出现在这里？
What's it doing here? This is a rare monster that's added to our exhibits later.
等解决好你
Not
的上
until
一
you
个
fix
战
your
争
last exhibit.
不会是
Honkai
又
beasts
出现了。
have appeared again. Honkai beasts in the city again. More Honkai events here now. Not necessarily. Since Moriarty is purging Honkai right now, there has to be a few exceptions.
不是很正常的现象吗？
You've been watching this place all along. Are you saying he left these Honkai beasts behind on purpose? Have you heard a way to raise animal which keeps a few of their enemies in their habitats so that they stay alert all the time?
那么这些动物就能时刻保持警觉。
Besides, Moriarty's plan is not to end the disaster here. He needs a dynamic balance between Honkai and the representatives. Only in this way can he... But he has underestimated the complexity of all this. Will everything go according to his plan? Alright, let's go. Vita's attitude seems to be a bit different from before. The projection has become even less stable. What exactly is going on? That's because the projected passage is for one person. It's not supposed to hold us both.
情况特殊，你就多
It's a
适应一下
special
吧。
situation. Try getting used to it.
原来这也是
So it's you. I'm guessing the previous instances were caused by your observing the place through me. I'm not telling you.